A Christmas tragedy has struck Magdeburg. Anderson Cooper reports on Anderson Cooper, 360 degrees. The festive Christmas season was shattered on December 18, 2024. A vehicle plowed into a crowded Christmas market in Magdeburg, Germany. The attack left a trail of devastation, injuring dozens and claiming the lives of several innocent people. The incident sent shockwaves throughout the country, casting a dark cloud over the usually joyous Christmas season. Authorities responded swiftly, launching a full-scale investigation to uncover the motives behind this horrific act. The attack took place in the heart of Magdeburg, a historic city in eastern Germany. The target was the city's main Christmas market, bustling with locals and tourists enjoying the festive atmosphere. Eyewitnesses described scenes of chaos and panic as the vehicle rammed into the crowd. The attack served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of public spaces, especially during holiday seasons and large gatherings. Investigators worked tirelessly to gather evidence and interview witnesses, seeking to piece together the exact circumstances of the attack. In a press conference, local authorities expressed their determination to enhance security in public places and prevent similar tragedies from happening in the future. The community of Magdeburg has come together in grief and solidarity, organizing vigils and memorials to honor the victims and support the affected families. Magdeburg, known for its rich cultural heritage and enchanting Christmas markets, has been deeply scarred by this tragic event. Survivors of the attack shared their harrowing stories, describing the terror they experienced and the resilience they have shown in the face of adversity. In response to the attack, heightened security measures have been implemented at Christmas markets across the country, with an increased police presence to ensure the safety of visitors. Community support services and counseling sessions have been made available to help residents cope with the trauma and rebuild their sense of security. Despite the tragedy, the Christmas spirit continued to shine through in Magdeburg, with efforts to uphold traditions and celebrate the community's resilience. Moments of silence and remembrance ceremonies were held to pay tribute to the victims and emphasize the importance of unity and solidarity during these challenging times. Magdeburg, a city that has endured many trials throughout its history, continues to heal and rebuild with courage and determination, showing the world the strength of its community spirit. Anderson Cooper, 360 degrees. Thank you for watching. Let us stand together in unity and solidarity during these difficult times. German authorities moved quickly to apprehend the suspect responsible for the attack. Identified as 32-year-old Khalid A., the suspect is a Saudi national who had been residing in Germany for the past 5 years. He was employed as a mechanic in Magdeburg, leading a seemingly ordinary life prior to the attack. Khalid A. was known to authorities for minor offenses, but had no prior history of extremist activities or ties to terrorist organizations. His sudden and violent act left investigators searching for answers, trying to comprehend what could have driven him to commit such a heinous crime. The investigation quickly focused on uncovering his motivations and any potential links to extremist ideologies. As the investigation unfolded, a disturbing picture began to emerge. The detectives, deeply engrossed in their work, uncovered clues that revealed a story far more complex than they had initially imagined. Evidence suggests that Khalid A. harbored a deep resentment towards the German government and its policies regarding refugees. This resentment did not form overnight, but was the result of numerous experiences and observations accumulated over time. He reportedly expressed frustration over what he perceived as discrimination against Saudi refugees in Germany. This frustration was evident in his daily interactions and in the conversations he had with his family and friends. Khalid A.'s social media activity revealed a pattern of posts criticizing German immigration policies and expressing solidarity with refugees facing hardship. These messages were often shared and commented on by others, creating an echo chamber of discontent among those who felt similarly marginalized. While these messages raised concerns, they did not explicitly endorse violence or indicate an intent to harm others. However, the tone of his posts hinted at a growing anger and frustration that could not be ignored. Investigators are now meticulously examining his online activity, personal belongings, and social connections to understand the deeper motivations that may have driven him to act. They are analyzing every detail, every interaction, to piece together the puzzle of his intentions. They are also interviewing his acquaintances to determine the extent to which his discontent translated into a motive for the attack. The testimonies gathered so far paint a picture of a man in conflict, both with himself and the world around him, desperately seeking an outlet for his despair. The attack in Magdeburg triggered an immediate and decisive response from the German authorities. Police and security forces were deployed in full force across the country, increasing their presence at Christmas markets and other public gatherings. Chancellor Olaf Scholz condemned the attack, calling it a cowardly act of terrorism, and vowed to bring those responsible to justice. The Federal Prosecutor's Office, responsible for handling terrorism cases, has taken over the investigation. It is treating the incident as a suspected terrorist attack, given the target, timing, and the suspect's alleged grievances. However, it is also exploring all other possible leads, including mental health issues or personal disputes, to gain a comprehensive understanding of the events that led to the attack. Section 5. Echoes of Fear and Uncertainty. The attack in Magdeburg has left a deep scar on the German psyche. This was not just a physical attack, but an attack on the very heart of the community. Coming at a time when the country was still recovering from past terrorist attacks, the shadow of fear already loomed large over the nation. Memories of previous attacks were still fresh in people's minds. The incident has reignited fears of extremism and violence. People were left wondering if such events were to become the new normal. The fact that the target was a Christmas market, a place of festive gathering and celebration, added an extra layer of terror. Symbols of joy and community, these markets are meant to be places of happiness and safety, where families and friends come together to celebrate. This amplified the sense of vulnerability and insecurity felt by many. People wondered if they could still feel safe in public spaces. The attack has also sparked a debate about security measures in public spaces. Authorities have been forced to reevaluate their strategies to protect citizens. While some call for increased surveillance and stricter controls, others fear this could lead to a surveillance state. Others caution against sacrificing freedom and openness in the name of security. They stress the importance of maintaining a balance between security and liberty. The challenge for German authorities is to strike a delicate balance between ensuring public safety and preserving the values of an open and tolerant society. Discussions are ongoing, and opinions vary widely. Diversity and inclusion are cornerstones of German society, and it is crucial not to compromise them. Citizens continue to engage in community activities, seeking to strengthen social bonds despite the challenges. Ultimately, it is the resilience and solidarity of the community that will determine how society overcomes these trials. Germans are determined not to let fear dictate their way of life. Despite the echoes of fear and uncertainty, there is a sense of hope and determination. The will to protect the fundamental values of freedom and tolerance remains strong. Magdeburg, like the rest of Germany, continues to heal and look towards the future with hope and resilience. Section 6. A nation grapples with integration. The attack in Magdeburg has also reignited the debate on immigration and integration in Germany. The suspects' alleged grievances concerning the treatment of refugees have brought to the forefront the challenges and complexities of integrating newcomers into German society. Germany has a long history of welcoming refugees and asylum seekers. However, the massive influx of refugees in recent years has strained resources and social cohesion. The attack has highlighted the need for greater efforts to address the concerns of both refugees and host communities by fostering dialogue, understanding, and mutual respect. Section 7. The Long Road to Justice. As the initial shock subsides, attention now turns to the long and arduous process of seeking justice. Khalid A. remains in custody, facing multiple charges, including murder and attempted murder. His trial is expected to be lengthy and complex, examining his motives, his actions, and any potential accomplices. The trial will also be an opportunity for the victims and their families to seek justice and demand accountability. Their voices and stories must be heard as the court examines the evidence and determines the appropriate punishment for the perpetrator of this horrific crime. Section 8. Strengthening security, preserving openness. The attack in Magdeburg serves as a stark reminder of the ever-present threat of terrorism and the need for vigilance. German authorities face the difficult task of enhancing security measures without undermining the country's values of openness and tolerance. This requires a multifaceted approach, including strengthening intelligence gathering, enhancing border security, and closer cooperation with international partners. However, security measures alone are not enough. It is equally important to address the root causes of extremism, such as social exclusion, discrimination, and lack of opportunity. Section 9. Conclusion. A time for reflection and unity. The attack in Magdeburg is a tragedy that has deeply shaken Germany. It is a time for mourning, reflection, and unity. As the nation grapples with the aftermath of this horrific event, it is essential to remember the victims and their families, offering them support and solidarity. It is also a time to reaffirm our commitment to the values of peace, tolerance, and understanding. In the face of hatred and violence, we must stand united, determined to create a safer and more just world for all.